JP's your guy, let's start the show. Tag teams breaking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop for moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show, it's out of control.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP on the EVP show, and I am finally back after 7 long weeks of being away from YouTube. Well, I was back Tuesday night for the NFL stuff, but this is my first show back. I am so glad to be back tonight, and I picked a really good night to go live. So everything's kind of a little bit different on my page. My intro just kind of cut on before the countdown, which was a little random there, but get that all fixed up. Not quite sure why I did that, but yeah. So this is the Raw Recap. I'm glad to see everybody. It's been almost 2 months. And I am glad to be back. A lot's changed. I am now with DWE. Shout out to DWE. Shout out to Gimmick Table Media. They also will be having a YouTube live coming up here in the next 30 minutes or so. So yeah, we kind of both have both shows on at the not at the same time, but pretty close. But I'm back full time. I'll kind of go over that at the end. We have a new show that me and Miami are doing. I don't know what day of the week we're doing it yet, but I'm still going to be doing my Raw, NXT, SmackDown recap. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing an NFL Week 11 recap, which was a crazy week. And then my NXT recap will follow that. And then Friday, of course, will be the SmackDown recap. Looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. All the PLEs coming up. We have Gold Rush coming up tomorrow for NXT, week 1 of that. So it should be really good. And then we have Survivor Series coming up, which is going to be really good as well. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be back. Had a lot of stuff going on personally. So thank you to Miami and DWE and everyone that's reached out and to check on me. It was a very long process. I'm not going to get into the whole situation on YouTube, but it was a very long, arduous process. Still working through things at the moment, but just glad to be back. For some reason, my it would not connect to my X tonight, so we are only streaming to my YouTube and my Facebook, which is weird. I don't know why it's not connecting to my X. It's just something I have to check out for tomorrow's stream, because it's supposed to connect to X. So yeah, let's open up the comments and see who we have here. Let's see. CJD says, welcome back, EVP CJ on YouTube. Thank you, CJ. You have my name, so, no complaints here from me. Appreciate that. Always love listening. Appreciate it, man. Doing my best, what I can do. I'm glad to be back, though, so thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get into it, guys. I hate that my X is not streaming because that's where I'm going to bring in a lot of viewers. But yeah, that's okay. I'll get that figured out for tomorrow. But so Raw, I picked a really good week to come back. This is Monumental Raw, obviously taking place at Madison Square Garden. Basically, I mean, when you think of Madison Square Garden, you're thinking of, WrestleMania. I mean, that's basically, where WrestleMania started. I mean, all the legends, Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant, the deceased Hulk Hogan, a lot of people that, paved the way in the business for, um, you know, that building just has so much meaning. And then tonight, obviously, was the Unseen 17, the new Intercontinental Champion, John Cena. It was his last appearance on Monday Night Raw, which I wasn't expecting him to be in a 6-man tag, but it is what it is. They wanted to get Cena They wanted to get Cena in a match, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's the biggest show of the year. Also, shout out to Miami Great for helping me out. I have some new banners that I'm going to be displaying from time to time, but he did put the new subscribe to the EVP show in the right corner. So shout out to Miami for that. I do got some new banners. I just didn't work them in for this episode. But so we obviously, like I said, this is John Cena's last Raw, and we have the announced team tonight is Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore, and the ring announcer is Alicia Taylor. We also have Byron Saxton and Jackie Redmond doing the reporting tonight. So it's a crazy show. Really, really, really crazy show tonight. So John Cena kicks off the show tonight, and I mean that kind of figured, it's his last. What he has after tonight, he has 2 dates left, which will be Survivor Series, and then the tournament winner, which I think is going to be Gunther. Was going to be facing Cena at Saturday night's main event. Cena's going to actually be facing Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series. So, yeah, he's going to kick off the program tonight. So we see Becky Lynch in the back. She's kind of putting posters up all over everybody. She's kind of ranting and raving. I'll kind of get to that when we get to the Becky Lynch match. I kind of called this like way earlier in the day. A little spoiler from the EVP about Maxine. Third match, normally third time's a charm. Triple H and TKO is really big on giving those big moments to certain superstars. Now, whether she has a super long title reign, that remains to be seen. But people are getting those big moments that that work really hard in the business and stuff like that. So shout out to her for that. Just 1 second, my phone is like blowing up. So yeah, we've seen Becky Lynch in the back, putting posters up. They showed Cody Rhodes in the back. They're talking about the men's War Games match. Is obviously going to be having a face off in the men's War Games match tonight, which absolutely turned into a melee at the end of the show. Another one I kind of predicted a couple of weeks ago. I predicted that it was going to be the team that's actually on there. Let's see. You take callers. Not quite sure what you mean, SJ. Don't know what you're talking about as far as do I take callers. I mean, I take questions, but I don't know about taking a call. Call in. This isn't a radio station, so I don't know how you could call in, but yeah, I mean, I'm open to any questions that you may have. I'll answer them for you if I can. So we see Paul Heyman also pull up in the back. and you see Brian Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul, and then you see Drew McIntyre, which Paul Heyman found another way to maneuver the system. Drew's supposed to be suspended, but they have added Drew to the War Games team on the Hill side, which makes sense. I guess he is going to go film maybe after War Games or something like that. I'm not quite sure what the plans are for that, but he is going to be on the men's War Games team, which is shaping up to be one heck of a War Games match, and we'll get to that. Let's see. Having Brock and Roman in the ring is exciting. This business is all about mega stars. That is what's missing lately. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I can't think of too many men's War Games matches that is going to be as big as this one. Shout out to Greg. He's been helping me out with some logos as well. Shout out to Greg from DWE. Thanks for showing up. I don't know why it's not streaming on X. Miami texted me and said I don't see it on X. So I normally get a lot of reviews from X, but I set it up to stream on X, but I don't know, something's going on with my X. But we'll carry on. So we get to Solo. We see Solo in the back. He's obviously going to face a mystery opponent tonight. It's been speculated all day on X on who that might be. I mean, there were so many different names thrown around: Dolph Ziggler, Joe Hendry, Austin Theory, Jeff Hardy. Honestly, didn't know. I had been told a couple of different names, but I kind of made up for it with the Maxine and then the Brock and the Roman showing up, and obviously AJ Lee and Becky Lynch is going to round out. Everybody thought last week from SmackDown that Charlotte Flair was done, which that was just a complete ruse. I knew that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, Greg. Like I said, when I set up the stream, I always set it up to go to my Facebook, my YouTube, and my X. So I don't know why it's not streaming on X. I don't know. Hopefully I can get that fixed by tomorrow. Just wrapping up watching the Cowboys game. Got a hook. Freaking Genty couldn't get 40 yards. It's just ridiculous. It's just every night. It's just crazy. But yeah, so we see Gunther in the back. Now, I've been saying this for weeks, and everybody's like, oh, he's not winning. He's not winning. He has no chance. He has no chance. I think he has a great chance. I think he's going to win this tournament. I know he doesn't need it, but they don't need him in the world title picture anymore. I don't even think he needs to win the IC title, and maybe Cena loses it at Survivor Series. I don't know when he faces Dom. I don't know how that's going to play out. Maybe the winner is not even going to be for the IC title. But Gunther has already retired Goldberg, and him and Cena have a story already. So anybody that thinks that he doesn't have a shot, well, they're sadly mistaken, because he hasn't had a match since SummerSlam until tonight, and he faced Javon Evans, which was a fantastic match. And he will face the winner of Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes, which if I'm booking it, and which I really don't think they're going to put Gunther against Bronson Reed in this tournament. I think I think Carmelo may steal some sort of like DQ win or something like that. I think we're going to see Gunther go up against Carmelo in the quarterfinals. It could come down to Gunther and Sheamus. Honestly, I think that possibly could be the final. Maybe I know Jay's still in it, so we could see a Jay Gunther final. For me, those are kind of my top two picks to win the whole tournament is Jay Uso and Gunther, because there's just so much story. Jay threw Cena out at the Rumble. There's just a lot, but Jay's kind of intertwined in this Vision stuff right now. So you just don't really never know. The views just keep popping in and out. So crazy because my crap is not streaming to X. Really ridiculous. So they did do a John Cena tribute. It shows his Intercontinental Championship win from last week against Dominic Mysterio. John Cena now is a Grand Slam champion. So, I haven't always been the biggest John Cena fan, but I can say that he has looked really good in his last 5 to 6 matches. I didn't care for his heel run, and it wasn't because of Cena, but I know how Triple H and them book, and The Rock didn't never come back. I think that hurt the story a lot, and there was never any payoff to that. So I really feel like The Rock not coming back, and just the booking, just they would have like 1 or 2 promos to build up a Cena match when he was a heel. I mean, it was always going back to Cody. So I don't even think Cody drops the title if Cena doesn't do this retirement tour. The WWE and TKO is really obsessed with Cody being the champion. I think Cody holds the title until WrestleMania. I've been saying that for months. So, but they do a John Cena tribute, like I said. And then we do hear his music. John Cena kicks off Monday Night Raw. He's out there dancing. Like I said, since he went back face, I have really enjoyed this final month, 2 months since SummerSlam. I've enjoyed everything that Cena's been doing. I mean, his matches have been great. I think everything that the WWE has been doing with Cena and how he's still in great shape. So, at the end of the day, he said on First Take this morning, he can still go. He's still got a little gas in the tank, but I don't blame him for walking away before he can't go. There's a lot of wrestlers and sports athletes out there that I'm looking at one right now on the TV, Peyton Manning. Gonna go, man, my book's gonna go down as probably one of the best top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Obviously behind Tom Brady, but he played a year or two too long. He looked really washed in his last year or two. So, I don't blame Cena for walking away. I think that when your time's up. And obviously, Cena has a lot more he wants to do in movies and stuff like that. So, just everybody enjoy the last. We'll see him at Survivor Series when he defends against Dom. I don't know. I don't think he loses. I think Ray gets involved there. I do think that his last match. I think that may be where. And it just worries me though because I don't know how they're gonna book this. As far as are they gonna have him drop? He's not retiring with the Intercontinental Championship, so whoever he faces last, he's losing. So I think it needs to be somebody that Intercontinental Championship. Dom's great. I love Dom, but there's been nothing with that title at all. So yeah. So he's dancing. Fans are chanting, "Thank you, Cena." I mean, he's soaking it up, rightfully so. I mean, the GOAT, and I don't really use that word very lightly, but I think he is the GOAT. 17 world titles, Grand Slam champion. Man's done it all. So you can't really, complain about that for sure. So Cena goes into his interview. The fans start chanting, "Thank you, Cena." John Cena made a very good point in his interview where he said that New York will make or break a career. The city of New York, Madison Square Garden, and I mean that's true. So his promo was was spot on. And he thanked New York City, which was great. He said MSG, the champ, is here. Um, he said this is the last time that we can. This is the last time that you're going to see John Cena on Raw, and also the last time that you're going to see John Cena at MSG, which is sad, but you know, all good things must come to an end. Like I have to tell everybody, like nothing lasts forever. So, as I expected, and everyone else that was probably watching the program, John Cena was interrupted by Dominic Mysterio. Dominic came out and said that Cena was handed a title shot, and he said he wants a rematch for his Intercontinental Championship. Well, John Cena says that he accepts and he wants to do it tonight. But Dom's like, we did it on your terms the last time, and so we are going to do it on my terms tonight or this time. Which makes sense. Let's not rush it. They just fought last week. Let's build it. And it makes sense because Dom is from the San Diego, California area. That's where Survivor Series is. So I think it does make sense for, them to have that match there. So Dom says he wants to match in his hometown, like what I just reiterated. So Cena accepts. We're going to get John Cena defending the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series against Dominic Mysterio. So while the promo is going on, we hear the Judgment Day music hit, and we see Finn Balor and JD McDonough come out, and they start taking it to John Cena, which I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. And then we see Sheamus's music hits. Sheamus comes running out there, and then another Hall of Famer, another GOAT, Rey Mysterio, Dominic's father. He also joins the fray to assist with John Cena. So with that being said, we are going to have a 6-man tag match tonight with John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio going up against Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and JD McCrispy, JD McNugget, whatever you want to call him, JD McDonough. So yeah, it was a really good match. I mean, all three, like John, Sheamus, and Ray, all did the 5-knuckle shuffle, the You Can't See Me. All three of them also did the move where Sheamus grabs them over the top of the rope and starts beating on their chest and all that. So it was a really good match. And then at the end of the match, they all three hit their finishers. And then John Cena ends up hitting the AA to JD McDonough for the 1, 2, 3. And John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio are victorious. And you can see like Mysterio jumping on his back as they're walking to the back. Great way for John Cena to go out at MSG. Really enjoyed that. So great start to Raw. So then we go to Tessitore and Barrett, and they said that Survivor Series match between Cena and Mysterio is official. So I mean, we already kind of knew that was going to happen. So it's showing they go back to what happened on SmackDown Friday, and I am not going to lie, I am so behind. I haven't been able to watch the weekly episodic shows lately, so I've just now started. I just watched the recaps but now I'm on YouTube. I'm having to try to find a way to watch the shows. So they show the match between Bronson and Cody with Drew coming out. Obviously, Drew became the 4th member of, I call it Team Vision. for War Games. Paul Heyman went and manipulated the situation, I guess is a better word, and actually got Drew McIntyre on the team, even though he was kayfabe suspended. Apparently, he had to go film a movie, but that doesn't look like that was the case at all. So yeah, and Logan Paul being on the team. Now we know that Logan Paul is only on this team because Seth Rollins is hurt, or Seth Rollins. All this got moved all the way up because of Seth Rollins' injury. Even Braun turning on Seth and all that, like they had to move plans up like way in advance. So apparently Seth is out till I don't know. Looks like past WrestleMania or at least Mania for sure. Um, so in the back we see Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis talking. They're talking about what I just spoke about. Paul Heyman manipulating the situation, getting Drew McIntyre involved, and getting him to sign that contract to become the fourth member for the division for the War Games team for Survivor Series. Which I got to tell you, I watched a lot of Survivor Series growing up, but the men's and the women's match, let's see, Roman Reigns status. Roman Reigns showed up tonight. So Roman Reigns is going to be the fifth member of the face team for War Games. And I will get to that later on, but I'll go ahead and answer your question now. It's going to be Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso, and Jay Uso, and CM Punk going up against Brian Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar in War Games. What a freaking match that is going to be. I mean, you got Cody and Roman on the same team with Punk, and then the Usos, and then you got Drew, Brock, both of the Browns, and Logan Paul. Like, what a match. It's going to be one of the best. I wish it was an elimination type match like they used to do. Like a 1-0, like you have to be pinned to be eliminated. I think that would make this match a little better, but it's going to be great. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. But that's Roman Reigns' status. I don't know how to pronounce your first name, so sorry about that. So Paul Heyman goes to talk about, he respects all this, but he says he needs anger management. But then he says, if you guys are upset about Drew, you guys are really going to be upset about my fifth pick or the fifth member of the team, which obviously he shows up at the end of the night. They show him they look on the contract, and I'm like, oh boy, we're going to have our hands full with that. So I already knew it was Brock, been knowing, just didn't know if he was showing up tonight or next week, but the War Games build is on. There's 4 matches. But the women's side, I think, Charlotte came back tonight to assist, which I'll get to in a little bit, but it's going to be AJ, Rhea, Io, Alexa, and Charlotte against Becky, the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. Like I said it over a month ago, I literally named the face and the heel teams. So it's crazy. It worked out. I don't post on X because Triple H and WWE, they look for all that stuff from WrestleVotes and Body Slam and all them that post all these spoilers, Meltzer and all them. I try to stay away from that because I know that they're looking for it. So I just post it in group chats. And then when it hits or when, it happens, then I'll just put a check mark by it on a post. But yeah, I called the women's War Games match like, I don't know, probably 5 weeks ago, something like that. And all 10 people too, which is crazy. So we see Stephanie Barcour in the back. She's going to be coming out for an interview next. We obviously know what happened to her last week. Nikki Bella turned heel. She'd pulled a Cena and actually turned heel on Stephanie Barcour, attacking her from behind with her women's title. And so we're going to have a Stephanie Barcour interview. So they're showing more. They're showing a WrestleMania commercial with Roman, Punk, Cody, and Brock, and Triple H and Paul for WrestleMania. So we know like they don't do that for no reason. Those four are going to be involved in some sort of fashion. I still think it's Cody Punk at Mania. I really do. I think Cody's gonna. I mean, Punk's gonna drop the title to probably Drew. Since he's gonna be on Raw. I think that's how they're gonna play it out. Elimination Chambers in CM Punk's hometown. He come up really short last year, losing to Cena. I think maybe Cody. Hopefully Cody is healed by Mania. I don't know if that happens yet. I keep thinking it's gonna happen. But I do think that Punk is going to win the chamber, and I think he's going to face Cody at Mania. And I think we may see Roman Brock. I don't know. It kind of looked like that tonight. The way they had their little standoff at the end, kind of like a precursor to what could be down the road for Roman and Brock, because Roman was 100% facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, but that was scrapped with the Seth Rollins injury. So Jackie Redmond's out, and she calls Stephanie Vacour out, and she's not even out there very good. And here comes Nikki Bella again from behind, and she hits her in the back of the head again with the title. And then she grabs the mic and she tells Stephanie that she didn't come back here to sit on the sidelines, and she didn't come back here to be her sidekick. She came back here for that title and that title only, and that everybody was going to recognize Nikki Bella. Really didn't get much, like, I love Nikki, but MSG wasn't booing her, and I don't think that's a good sign. For a heel turn. Stephanie's over, but I don't know. She just did not get enough boos tonight. She wasn't out there long enough, I don't think. But she did hit her from behind. She said that she's coming for the title, and that Stephanie is going to defend that title against against Nikki, which later on in the night is made official. Stephanie Vacour, will be the second match besides Dom and John Cena, will be for the Raw Women's title at Survivor Series, which I fully expect. I mean, I don't know. Triple H may pull a swerve. They may have Nikki have that little moment since she went heel. They did it with Jade Cargill. When she went heel, she won the title from Tiffany. I just think it's a little soon to take the title off Stephanie, but she's got a long career ahead, and I think this is Nikki's last run. So they may do it. They may pull the trigger and have the heel Nikki win the title, and then maybe have Stephanie win it back, or Rhea or somebody like that. Who knows? I'm not gonna say that Nikki has no chance to beat Stephanie. I would be really surprised. But they did turn her heel for a reason. So, they did the same thing with Jade. Nikki was having good matches, I would say. Not great, but she just kind of been around. She hasn't really been doing anything meaningful. So I don't know. I think that it could be another Jade Cargill situation where they're turning her heel so that maybe she gets that Maxine moment where she gets that one last world title reign, whether it's for last a month or 2 months or whatever it is. Maybe that was part of her contract, was to win another women's title, because you got to remember she was a champ back in the Divas era, so she hasn't won the title, with the female talent that there is now, which is just crazy. Yeah, that match is official. So you see Alexa Bliss in the back. Obviously that they talk about, they show what happened on SmackDown and all that. Then you see Bayley and Lyra in the back. Now this was a pretty interesting segment. Bayley walked up to Asuka, and Asuka said, "Let's put our differences aside, and I need a fifth member to my team. Will you join?" And Bailey says, no, I will not. So it was no surprise at that point. I knew it was Becky anyway. So, but just a quick little interesting segment there between Bailey and Asuka. It could lead to maybe like a tag title match down the road with Asuka and Kyrie defending against Bailey and Lyra. We could see that in the future. They did, they throw these little Easter eggs out for certain reasons. So, um, yeah, there's definitely something there for sure. Um, and then Kyrie kind of cracked me up because she did the "You Can't See Me" to Bailey, which is just crazy. Lyra started praising Bailey for turning her down, and then Bailey, she has like an alter ego, so she just kind of snapped and just walked off or whatever. So then we get to our next match, which was definitely a shocker for me. With Solo Sikoa, it's the first round of the Last Time Is Now tournament to see who would face John Cena on December 13th, Saturday Night Main Event. Solo Sikoa was only accompanied by Hikuleo. The rest of the MFTs was not out there with him. And so, they paused for a minute, and then they announced his opponent was Dolph Ziggler. There was a lot of chatter going around X and the IWC all day about who the opponent may be, and it did turn out to be Dolph Ziggler. So it was a really good match. Solo Sikoa hit the spinning solo slam on Dolph. We had a kick out. Dolph did hit the zigzag on Solo, but Solo kicked out. Ultimately, Solo Sikoa, without the help of Hikuleo, hits Dolph Ziggler with a vicious Samoan spike and gets the pinfall 1-2-3 over Dolph Ziggler and advances to the quarterfinals of the Last Time Is Now tournament, and will now face the winner of the match that will be coming up on SmackDown Friday between Finn Balor and Penta, I believe. So I'm thinking we're going to see Penta win there. And we're going to have a solo Penta quarterfinal. And then on the other quarterfinal match, we're going to see Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes. I mean, Carmelo is kind of healed too, but I just don't see Bronson Reed winning. I really don't. I think it's going to be like a DQ or something. And then Gunther is going to face the winner of that, obviously. So I think it's going to be Gunther and Melo in the quarters, and then Solo at Penta. Sheamus and the rest of them on the other side of the bracket as well. So Solo gets to win over Dolph Ziggler. So they start showing highlights of Javon Evans, the young OG from NXT, which I absolutely love NXT. He is amazing. Then they show Alexa Bliss backstage. She said that Charlotte, she comes out, does an interview, which we haven't heard Alexa talk in a while. Alexa looks great, by the way. She says Charlotte has been ignoring her text and calls all weekend, but she's seen on Charlotte's Instagram that she's been frolicking around New York. So, like I said, this was all one big rouge. Charlotte was never not going to be on the team. So, anyway. So, with that being said, the heel team of Kairi Sane, Asuka, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend come out. Nia starts throwing shots at Alexa, talking about she can understand why Charlotte left her. Out comes Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, but they're still outnumbered 4-3. Lash Legend looks really good on the main roster. I knew it was time, but she looks phenomenal. So shout out to Lash Legend. She's gonna kill it on the main roster. But then out comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair, with the kendo stick, and she cleans house and she hugs like Alexa in the corner. Alexa did say in the interview that that Charlotte was her best friend, like really, like they were best friends. So Charlotte hugged her and then kind of nodded at Rhea and Io. So Charlotte's back on the team, or she never really left the team to start with. But next we get to my prediction, my spoiler of the night, or put it in the chats. Like, I don't know, probably like 1 p.m. today. Becky Lynch defending the Intercontinental Championship against Maxine. Maxine's already had 2 title matches. She's come really close in both of those. Becky cheated at the very end, or got it counted out, or DQ'd. Really good match again. Becky tried to do what she could do to hold on to the title, but we finally saw the return of AJ Lee, and it was enough distraction for Maxine Dupree to hit the splash off the top rope and get the 1, 2, 3 on Becky Lynch, and we have a new women's Intercontinental Champion, Maxine Dupree, which is Anthony Luke's fiance from LFG. So congratulations to Maxine. She's been working really hard, and people are not really following her. She's been putting in a lot of extra work at the Performance Center, and you can tell. She's also been working with Natty in the dungeon. So shout out to Maxine for getting that win tonight. And AJ looked great as well. So next, we also have another first round matchup, which I think a lot of people thought Javon Evans was going to win, but Gunther hasn't had a match since SummerSlam. He hasn't been on TV. And another thing that I picked up is Gunther came out to his old NXT music tonight. Gunther looked good. He looked good, but it was a great match. I think probably match of the night for me. Gunther and Javon. I mean, Gunther gave him everything he could give him. He hit him with the power bomb. He put him in a sleeper. Javon was just counter. A lot of high aerial assault moves, but ultimately, Gunther ends up locking in the sleeper hold, and Javon Evans taps out. Gunther advances in the last time as now tournament, and now will go on to face the winner of Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes, which will take place Friday on SmackDown, which I will be covering on my SmackDown recap. So either one of those matches would be great. Love to see Gunther and Carmelo, or Gunther and Bronson. That's one that I've been wanting for a while. I just don't know if that happens because they're both heels, but we'll see. Carmelo's kind of a heel too, so we see Maxine and AJ backstage celebrating with Jackie Redmond. Maxine's just super happy, thanking AJ. AJ said, "This is all you, girl." Jackie asked her what this means, and she said, all the hard work has finally paid off. I'm really happy to see Maxine win the title. Becky's title reign, she elevated that Intercontinental Championship. What's going on in Miami? The CEO, the man from DWE, and my co-host / host of the NFL Recap and the NFL, and also the Parlays and Bets show. 10 out of 10 at the end. I think the whole show is a 10 out of 10. I really do. Miami. And I was just talking about how I even texted you. I put it in your group chat. Man, I said, Maxine tonight. I put it everywhere, and everybody's like, oh, WrestleVotes reported Becky Lynch is winning tonight, and Liv Morgan's showing up. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, WrestleVotes was wrong. EVP was right tonight. So that's one for the EVP right there. Shout out to Maxine, though. Like I said, I do feel like Becky Lynch put the Intercontinental Championship on the map. She did elevate it. So I think that love that long. Yes, I do. The logo at the top. Yes, it looks great. Appreciate that. I've already said that, but for some reason my intro just cut on before I pressed it. So I don't know. We got some more work to do in here. I don't know what happened to this freaking thing since I've been away. And I'm not streaming to X, which I'm losing a crap ton of viewers because of that. But I can hopefully get that figured out. Yeah. So AJ is telling Maxine, you know, this is all you. She just, and so Jackie asked AJ, she said, "Are you back? Like back?" And she said, "You know, like I only came back to help my husband, but there's something about Becky that just gets her going, like gets that fire going." So ding, 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 ring the bell, people. AJ is going to be that fifth member of the War Games team on the face that I said 6 weeks ago. And Becky's going to be the other person on the Hill team. We're going to have AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky going up against the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. The women's match is going to be phenomenal as well. This War Games is shaping. I mean, Survivor Series is shaping up. Both the War Games matches are going to be freaking tens. And then Nikki, Stephanie should be good, especially with the Nikki being heel. Like I said, don't be surprised if. Yeah, I know I'm not on X, which is it pisses me off like bad. Like I have like 3 viewers. It's ridiculous. 7 weeks I've been away. Freaking X, man. Maybe I'll get some replays. It doesn't matter. I'm back, so I don't care if it's just like one person in here. But I got to get the X situation figured out. We may have to stream to your X tomorrow if it's not working. I may have to like connect your X to this thing somehow. I don't know because you're on here, so we may have to do that if my X is acting up. But yeah. So the Survivor Series is shaping up to be great. I think that Nikki and Stephanie is going to be better than what people expect. They did the same thing with Jade. They turn her heel, she wins the title. This is Nikki's last run, so don't be surprised if she doesn't get that one last title reign. She's never been champ in this era. She was a champion in the Divas era. They turned her heel for a reason. Let's see. It doing on what's doing on your StreamYard. Nah, ain't nothing's wrong with my StreamYard. It's just something going on with my X. Like when I set the shows for this week, I have our NFL recap. It's already set for tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And I have it set to go to Facebook, my YouTube, and my X. But when I went to go live, it like said you're not streaming to X. I think Nikki is getting a title. Miami, I really do. She's on that last run. They turned her heel for a reason, like they did Jade. So I do believe that as well. So, like I said before earlier, people keep doubting me. Let them keep doubting me. It did it on my StreamYard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my X. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if it's an update or what. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with it. I have no idea. We'll get it figured out though. No, it wasn't your X. It's mine. Mine's all freaking jacked up. So, hopefully I get it figured out by tomorrow. If not, we'll get it figured out. We're live, so yeah, I think it is the update, and then maybe man, freaking Ashton Genty, bro, man, I'm just getting hooked every single day. It's ridiculous. Yes, all these different chats on X, it's driving me crazy. So with Gunther advancing, I know people are like, oh, you know, like Gunther's got no shot. The man come out to his old NXT music, hasn't wrestled since SummerSlam. Miami talked about it on the DW radio this weekend. The man, yeah, Elon, man, he's like FanDuel, bro. Gunther's got a shot. If you don't think he's got a shot, then you need to stop watching WWE because that man has got a shot to win this tournament. I think Gunther wins. I've been saying it. I'm not getting away from it. The man hasn't wrestled since SummerSlam. They're not going to bring him back and put him in a tournament just to lose. Like all the accomplishments that he's done over the last 2 years, that would make him look awful. Especially taking that much time off. I don't think that. I do think Gunther's going to win this tournament. Gunther is going to face the winner of the Carmelo Hayes Bronson Reed match, which I think will be Carmelo, probably be some sort of DQ. That will happen on SmackDown. I'll be covering that on my SmackDown recap. And then Solo Sikoa, which advanced tonight with the win over Dolph Ziggler. Miami got that one. I had no clue on that. Well, I had a clue, but I thought it was going to be Joe Hendry or Braun Strowman, honestly, because they talked about Shane McMahon was at Raw. Yep, I did know that Shane was there, and you agree. Yep, he's going to face John. I don't know if John has the title though. We'll see. I don't know if they could put the title back on Dom so that he can have that match with Bray. You know, like Cena's last match doesn't have to be for the Intercontinental Championship. Like he can drop the title at Survivor Series and still be the Grand Slam champion. But are they going to have him lose his last two matches though? I don't know. That's tough to call. That one. They could put it back on Dom. They really could. I think that makes the most sense if they do it that way. Then you don't have to make Gunther the Intercontinental Champion. Gunther's already retired Goldberg. He's got history with John already. He's already wanted to face Stephanie Bakor, defend her WWE Women's Champion against. Yes, she did. Yeah, they announced it during the show as well. Miami, I already said during the show, it's official. There's 4 matches that's official. I don't know what the heck that was. Yeah, it was announced during the show as well. Miami. So Solo Sikoa with his win over Dolph Ziggler will face the winner of Finn Balor and Penta, which you can see on the thumbnail. Miami made me for SmackDown Friday, which I think that's going to be Penta. I don't think they're going to do Solo. I know because you're watching a freaking football game. It's freaking, oh my God, Dallas. I'm so done with Dallas. I'm so done with the Raiders. They're on the ban list. Both of them. Sick of them. I don't think they're putting Solo in a match against another heel. I think that's Dom. I think Penta wins against Finn Friday. Just an early prediction on that. So we get to the end of the night, which is crazy, but very predictable, or what I already knew. Oh yeah, tomorrow's going to be a huge show, which I'll talk about. I don't know. I got to figure out why my intro, like when I go to the lot, like my countdown goes straight into my intro, and it used to not do that. So I got to figure that out. Maybe I can figure it out when I get ready to end the show. So we end the show with the Vision coming out. We got Logan Paul, Brian Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, and Drew McIntyre. And then we see the best in the world, the WWE Men's Raw World Heavyweight Champions, CM Punk come out, and we see Jey Uso come out, and then we see Jimmy Uso come out, and then the American Nightmare, which I'm kind of scared to play the music on there because I don't want to get copyrighted. Let's see what you said. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's not supposed to do it before the countdown's over though. Like I'm not even live yet. Nobody gets to see my countdown. It just goes straight from the. I don't know. We'll see how it does whenever the show ends. Maybe I can just hit the button. I don't know. It's weird. It's doing something different than what it used to do. But we do see Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the SmackDown Heavyweight Champion, come out. So this was supposed to be a face-to-face, but it was far from that. It broke into a Donnybrook. All hell broke loose. The fans started chanting OTC, which I knew Roman was showing up there at MSG. They're going to have their biggest stars show up. That's just what WWE does. So then Brock Lesnar comes out, which he is going to be the 5th member of the War Games team that Paul was talking about earlier in the show. He absolutely obliterated everybody, and even Cody Rhodes. He slung him around like a rag doll. couple I think I don't know if he hit him with the F5, but I know he did a couple of suplex cities on him. He might have F5'd him. I can't remember though. But so it goes to the credits at the end, like the show's over, and Roman's music hits. I knew he was coming, so people were like, "Oh, they're DMing me. Oh, EVP's wrong. Where's Roman? Where's OTC? Where's the chop?" I said, "Calm down. Just because the credits are on, don't mean the show's over yet. Like, calm the hell down, bro. Like, man, like, chill out. Like, his music kit. It comes out to a new shirt, got the little sleeve on it, looking fresh. I got the OTC hoodie representing the OTC tonight. Roman comes out, and what I was talking about earlier in the show with that WrestleMania poker thing that they got going on with Cody and Punk and Roman and Brock. Now that Seth's hurt, I'm telling you guys, and you heard it here first on the EVP show, I really think Punk is going to drop that Raw title to Drew at some point. And I think Punk is winning an Elimination Chamber. It's in Chicago. He got really close last year, and probably facing Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And I think Brock is facing Roman. It ain't gonna be The Rock and Roman. Who else is Roman gonna face? Like at WrestleMania, all four of them are sitting at the poker table. They're all involved in War Games. I think they teased it. Roman come out, Superman punch to Brock Lesnar. It was like just them two. I mean, the NYPD was out there, security guards, and then Bronson tried to attack Roman from behind. It worked for a minute. Roman got to his senses, hit him with the Superman punch, ended up spearing him through the table outside. CM Punk was choking out Logan Paul with the kendo stick. Okay. So that is actually his old NXT music, Miami, and I definitely enjoy it. He's winning. These people that think he's not, that they're one track mind people that watch the show and they're like, oh, it's got to be somebody. You got to be a younger. Yeah, Rock and Roman's dead. That they need to go ahead and just put that to bed. It's over. But the show ended with Roman Reigns spearing. Yeah, I agree. People need to give up on it for sure. Show ended with Roman spearing Bronson to the table. NYPD's out there. Sorry, I got your comments up there, Miami. Okay, I gotta get it all. All right. So yeah, that was Raw tonight, guys. Great show. 10 out of 10 for me. The ending was the best part, but match wise, I think the best match was Gunther and Javon Evans. Gunther did not look rusty at all. Hadn't wrestled since August. Javon looked great as always. So yeah, very good show. So before I get to what's coming next, I just want to I'm just going to kind of go through the comments. I would say thank you to the 100 or 200 or whatever people, but my ex isn't freaking hooked up. So let's go back up to the comments. Shout out to CJD. Thank you for listening. This SJ, I don't take callers. I don't have a hotline for you to call in. Shout out to Greg from DWE. I think X is broken. I'm not sure Roman Reigns' status. I gave you Roman Reigns' status. He's the fifth man on the men's War Games team. 10 out of 10 at the end, Miami. Shout out to the CEO, the boss man of DWE. Well, you still got people reporting. Yeah, well, we know who those people are. They're reporting Rock and Roman. They've been reporting that crap for 3 years. They need to get a new job because their reporting skills suck. They just suck. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Rock and Roman ain't happening. I mean, it's not happening. It's time to put that shit to bed. People need to just move on from that. But what I'm going to do, because I'm testing out some new things on my YouTube. Thank everybody tonight for showing up. Don't leave yet, Miami, or anybody. I'm going to do my outro, and then I'll be back to tell you what's coming up next. And I'm gonna do a little bit of extra music in there with it. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted, but if I do, I'll take it off. I don't think I will though. All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm gonna give you the outro first, and then I'll be back to tell you what I have coming up next.
CJP's your guide, let's start the show. Tag teams picking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop on moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. Let's go, let's go. Where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show, it's out of control.
All right, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of extra music that Miami downloaded on here.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that music. Man, I was lighting some fires with that music tonight. I got a little American Nightmare and a little Kendrick in there. But yeah, so thank you guys for showing up. I would have a ton more viewers, but my freaking ex, man. Shout out to Miami for helping me out with the new music. I don't think it'll get copyrighted. It was only like 6 seconds of Cody's music. That'll be okay. But yeah, so what I got coming up. So tomorrow, 6 p. Well, first off, shout out to DWE, Miami the Great, Final Boss Baby. Make sure to follow them on X. Talk It Up podcast. Make sure you give them Miami Talk It Up their YouTube channel a follow. Also Gimmick Table Media. Make sure you give them a follow as well. Miami with the K. A shout out to Greg from DWE. Like I said, shout out to Gimmick Table Media as well. So you can find me obviously on X at EVPCJP, which my X is a piece of crap right now. Instagram at EVPCJP, and also the most important one is my YouTube channel, which I don't know what the heck is going on. I lost a couple subs while I was away, but it's like I got one back today. So you guys go to subscribe if you're not subbed. It's at the EVP show because we're back. You tried to share my YouTube, it wouldn't let you. It should have let you share my YouTube. It definitely should have been able to share my YouTube for sure. So yeah. I mean, I think I'm at 155 or something like that. That's about where I was at. It did let you share it though. So yeah, those are the places you can find me. Obviously, Talking Up Wrestling, DWE Radio on the weekends. Me and Miami have a new show coming out, or a new show that started this week, about FanDuel and bets and parlays and stuff like that. We just talk crazy on there. Okay, good. It did let you share the YouTube. That's good. So what I got coming up for the rest of the week is tomorrow. Me and Miami will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern for the NFL Week 11 recap. That should be a very interesting show. Probably if my ex is messing up, we're going to be streaming to my Facebook and my YouTube and probably Miami's X. We'll try to get that set up. If I don't know, we'll figure it out. Man, my ex ruined my first stream back, man. Damn. So yeah, we'll be doing that show tomorrow, 6 p.m. Man, you did. Oh yeah, I hit one, but Genty, man, damn, big one. I missed a 10 leg, bro, because of Genty, bro. But yeah, injuries, man, freaking injuries, bro. I don't know what day of the week we're doing the parlays and the FanDuel and DraftKings. Me and Miami haven't really come up with a day on that yet. But that is coming up. Like I think we're going to be doing that weekly, or we may end up doing it. I don't know. We may do it on the I don't know if we're going to do it on the same time we do the recap show. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But if not, we're gonna do it. We're gonna have just a regular show. At some point during the week when both of us are, man, them damn injuries, bro. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's just absolutely crazy. Genty, man, I can't even get 10-yard rushing against the Cowboys, bro. But so that's the we're gonna do the NFL Week 11 recap. Yeah, I'll be free this weekend. I don't have any. I don't have any. There's no PLEs. That's not till the end of November, which will be Survivor Series, which I'll be doing a prediction show for that and a recap. Can't wait for that because it's gonna be a hell of a PLE. I will be free this weekend, so we can do it this weekend, probably Saturday, I guess, or whenever you're free. It doesn't matter. So after tomorrow, we're going to do the NFL Week 11 recap. And then tomorrow night is week 1 of the NXT show. Man, I've been missing a lot, bro. I got to get caught up. But JC Jane is wrestling tomorrow against Tatum Paxley. And Blake Monroe is facing Sol Ruka. So they really stacked week 1. My NXT recap will be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So if you guys tune in to the EVP show, it will be live on the EVP show and hopefully my ex. If not, I'm going to be pissed the hell off. Friday, I will be back again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap. We have some more first-round matchups. In the Last Time Is Now tournament with Finn Balor going up against Penta and Bronson Reed going up against Carmelo Hayes. So I look for SmackDown to be good. We're getting closer to Survivor Series. And then I guess Saturday, me and Miami will be back with the parlays and FanDuel and DraftKings show. But that is pretty much it. I'm so glad to be back. I took 7 weeks off. Like I said at the beginning of the show, thank you so much to Miami, Final Boss Baby. You guys, you guys were there, gave me my time. I ended up hooking up with Gimmick Table. They're absolutely amazing. Michael, Alpha, Autumn, all them, Princess Skywalker, Jess. Everybody over there, if I left you, I'm sorry. I don't know everybody's names. I'm terrible with names. I got 1,000 names going through my head at one day, but I think they have a show going on right now as well. So I'm probably going to hop on there when I hop off of here just to show support. Michael, they have a show 30 minutes after me on Mondays and Fridays. But yeah, I'm back full time. So appreciate you guys. I hate that the freaking X messed up, but I'm back. And we got a lot of content that's going to be coming out. Hopefully building this channel back up. A lot of ideas I'm going to run by Miami here in the next couple of weeks on some new things. I really I can tell him while he's on here. I really want to do like on a week when I'm not super busy. I want to do a show where I can just get on here and just talk about scoops, stuff that I think's gonna happen or stuff that I've been told is gonna happen. Maybe, you know, like not a Sunday scoop type thing, because you know we can't do that. But yeah, we're not. I mean, even though I got thumb for it, but we still not doing that. We had to call it something else. We can't call it Sunday scoops. But yeah, I got a lot of ideas to run by Miami. That DWE has been really supportive. Through this 7 weeks that I've been off, I had a lot of personal things going on. Miami said, "Take your time." You know, he held down my. He held. I did 1 week of the NFL recap, and he's literally I think what 9 weeks. He did inside the mind of with Miami, which he can bring his videos onto the show tomorrow when we do the recap, because I'll probably need him to do it anyway. But yeah, he held it down for me because I started that NFL recap show before I joined DWE. So definitely thank you to Miami for holding that show down for me while I've been away. Glad to be back though. And I got a lot of content coming, man. So you guys, hope I can get the X situation fixed. But if not, you know, views calm, people will go back and watch the stream. So, but thank you everybody for showing up tonight. The people that did, all the comments. I had a lot of comments, like 70 comments, something like that. 60, it looks like. But I will see you guys. Me and Miami will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern for the NFL recap, NFL Week 11 recap show, and then I will be back 3 or 4 hours later after that for the NXT recap. I think it's Gold Rush. Yep, NXT Gold Rush tomorrow, week 1. So I'm excited to be back for the NXT recap tomorrow night, 10:30. That being said, I am the EVP from the EVP show, and I am the golden boy of DWE, and I am out for tonight. And remember, follow me and follow anyone on DWE and Gimmick Table Media, and you can find all my socials down at the bottom, and subscribe to the EVP show because it is back and we are ready to go. That being said, good night, you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
CJP's your guy, let's start the show. Tag teams picking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop on moves they're faking. Belt on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. Let's go, let's go where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP